Hey guys, so just a quick one here. My name is Elizabeth, and you're welcome to my space. This is my channel where I make faith based content and everything in between. So, quickly, I just want to touch on this. I was talking to a friend earlier, and this is something that has been going on over time. I would consider it as an ongoing cycle that, sometimes when you're in a friendship, someone needs to talk sense into someone. Because when you have friends that you cannot tell the truth, that's probably not a very good, you know, atmosphere or friendship. So, this ongoing cycle has been going on. I'm not going to touch exactly what it is. She knows I'm going to make this video. So, but I just want to say that you need to stop setting yourself on fire just to warm everyone. Yes, just to keep other people warm, you actually literally set yourself on fire. You were not called to save everyone because you're not a savior, you're not a healer, you are not meant to burn yourself out just to keep people from getting cold, just to keep them warm. Compassion does not mean destruction. Compassion does not mean self destruction. In a scenario whereby you are required to literally burn yourself out just to show yourself approved by people, I would consider that as not a healthy relationship. If you have a friend that you cannot talk to in a situation whereby it is not, I would say it is not your assignment to be a shock absorber to other people. Whenever they're going through chaos, whenever they're going through issues, you're the one they will always call, because people will literally mistake your openness, your acceptance, and your being compassionate for availability. Like you're the one that they will always call when the chips are down. You're the one that they will always run to when things are not going the way they expected. It's okay to have a friend that you can always call, but you're not a therapist. In a situation whereby you're trying to help someone and they don't want to be helped, they're going to drown you. For example, if you see someone in in an ocean that is drowning and you're trying to save them, you dive in trying to save them out of the ocean, and they don't want to be saved, they're pulling you back. What do you do at that point? You swim away, you leave them to die by themselves. Because when you try to save someone who doesn't want to be saved, they will end up dragging you in that cycle. That means that your strength gets mistaken for availability, and your silence become a situation whereby, oh, now you have changed, when you decide to be silent or you decide to change. And sometimes people don't need help, they just want you to validate their wrongs. They don't need help, they don't need the truth, they just want you to validate whatever situation, circumstance they are going through. But I'm here today to tell someone who cares to listen that when you allow yourself to be burnt out, when you allow yourself to be in that cycle where you are the shock absorber, it will get to a stage where you're going to need a savior because you have been damaged, you have been burnt out. Like when I was talking to her today, I could tell that there was something wrong. I'm like, hey girl, what's going on? She said nothing. I'm like, no, something is going on. This is not your normal. And then she said that okay, so she was talking to this person. I said, I knew it. Every time you talk to this person, your attitude change. Every time you talk to this person, this is how it is. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to help someone who is in need of help. It's okay to help. That's why we're on earth for. We're here to be each other's, backbone And iron, they say, sharpen it iron. And we're here to pray people through, and see people through circumstances and situations. But in a situation where you have seen that this person doesn't want to be helped, they just want you to validate their wrongs. My advice for you is to set a boundary and put a balance. Set a boundary, put a balance. Boundaries are not selfish. Boundaries are not walls to put people out of your life. Boundaries are walls to protect you from junks. Because it will get to a point where you're going to need a savior. And guess what? That person will not be available to save you. Why? Because they are they may not be in the right state of mind, and they may have moved on to the next victim that they're going to damage. Set your boundaries, set a balance, and know how to balance a situation between trying to save someone who want to be helped, and someone who needs to be validated, especially when it comes to their wrongs. My name is Elizabeth, and I approve this message. This message is approved by the Federal Republic of Elizabeth. Thank you.